Welcome back to 2 Minutes with Chelsea, except every single vlog I have posted has been over 4.5 minutes long, so I don't care anymore. Charlotte is in heaven with all of the tiny bits of things on the ground. I went to Starbucks and I went to Nald's and I got coffee and I got a biscuit as usual because I cannot really make breakfast right now. I came home and it was just a wreck as usual. Charlotte let herself out and said, "I'm not doing this shit today, Mom. It's too loud and I hate it here." So I said, "Okay, be careful." And then I went back to the dentist for the third time in 3 weeks because this time they had to fix the thing that they did and it hurt really bad, but now it's fine. Then I had to go to my mortgage company and I had to get them to sign off on a check for the insurance once again. In the lobby, I was like, "Hey, I know that magazine. I think I wrote something in that magazine." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, I did." This came out spring of 23, but my graduation year is 08. That's why it says 08. Anyway, after I got all this stuff handled at the bank, I went to Sonic and I got a Cherry Coke Zero, which is my favorite thing right now. I came home and they had put floors in the guest room, like, Charlotte's room, and my floors are finished in my room. The only thing they have left is to spray paint the quarter round and the baseboards to put around the bottom. So I sat in my bed in the middle of the living room and I had my leftover Chili's for lunch. They took my old door out because it leaks, and I was like, I had to fight so hard with the insurance because he was only going to replace one glass panel of that door. Isn't that ridiculous? They don't even sell one glass panel for that door. I did my Pilates teacher training, but it was super, super loud in my house. And this is why we had to replace the entire door. Do you see that rotten shit at the bottom? That's why it was leaking in water all in my house. Now, that's not what caused all of this damage, but it didn't help that, it made it worse because then it soaked up all that water. So goodbye, old door. The door itself, I think, is okay, but I think the framework was, melting away from the door not sealing correctly. So we had to replace all of it, and I'm just glad it's gone. And it was a decently, cold, warm day, perfect fall day, so the house wasn't freezing or hot. So this was nice, even though the door was missing. And my bed's still in the living room. And then it was time for the new door, and so my contractor, Kevin, carried it around the back. This new door doesn't have as many glass panes, but I think it looks so much better. I like the bigger panes. They finally got the door installed, and now the doorknob works because I found out that it didn't work because Hayden installed it upside down because he is stupid. Sorry, not sorry. I found out more shit about him. I just haven't talked about it because I don't know if he's watching or not. And I just don't have the energy to go into it, but I can pretty much say, yeah, he cheated on me. It's pretty confirmed now. Not that it wasn't already confirmed, but I found more evidence. Anyway, I cleaned the windowsills in my bedroom. They started to paint the bathroom, and they started the trim and the touch-ups around Charlotte's room, the guest room. I moved to the kitchen and did some more Pilates homework, and this is the final result for the day. A bunch of crap in this room. But they're still working on the door. They're getting the trim put up around the door. The flooring has come into the living room, which is exciting because they had to scoop my bed out so they could start putting flooring down. My room looks like a room. I'm so excited. I cleaned so much of that room. I vacuumed and mopped that room 16 times because I want it to be perfect whenever I move my stuff back in. And all the flooring is done in all these back bedrooms, which, it looks like a brand new house. And I know that it was going to do that. We all knew it was going to look great. But living in it for the last 6 months has been a shit show. So, it's really hard for me to see, the silver lining until I actually see it. I hung up my curtains because there are no blinds in my room and it's starting to creep me out, but I have never actually ironed them or steamed them. I just hung them up because Hayden actually hung them up after we got divorced and it was a hurried thing. So I finally made them how I want them, and then I cleaned the fan because it was disgusting. But they worked until about 10:30 that night and we were exhausted. So we went to Hideaway Pizza because they're open late and I wanted fried mushrooms, which are, oh my God, they're so fucking good. And I got pesto chicken pasta. Amber got a pizza and she got some cheesy garlic bread. We are both exhausted because we don't get to go home and relax at night, but also I'm glad that the contractor and the workers are just getting shit done. So here's my bedroom. It's temporary because I don't have a dresser, so the trash cans are being my TV stand. Here's the guest bathroom, all painted. I ordered a new toilet, so that's gonna be here in a week. Then we got in bed and we watched Modern Family and baby Jesus in her manger, little baby Charlotte. She was so tired. I love her so much. Yay, house progress.